With us now is Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas. Senator, thanks for being here. Which one is it? So it can't be both, that this is a negotiating tactic to basically supercharge globalism and have goods move freely around the world, and a method to protectionism to reinvigorate manufacturing in the United States. How do you see this? Is this a negotiating move to try to get other countries to drop their tariffs, or is this a real protectionist effort to boost U.S. manufacturing?
Chris, when I hear the word tariffs, I think of jobs, American jobs, especially American manufacturing jobs. And we're already seeing it happen. $3 trillion have been pledged in investing, direct investments into this country. Some U.S. companies, some foreign countries, we're seeing it happening. I'm seeing pharma is something I follow really closely.
As a doctor, sure.
As they're already doing on the East Coast, a lot of new pharma projects going up as well. So I think it's bringing jobs back to America. But beyond the tariffs, it takes more than just tariffs. Congress has to do our job. And that means rolling back regulations will be step number one. So let's roll back the regulations, and then affordable energy makes manufacturing go.
So what would you say success is? Is success a zero tariff world where no countries have what sort of Elon Musk is talking about with the European Union, that we live in a world without tariffs and absolute free trade? Or would that be a better outcome, or is a better outcome where the United States protects domestic industries with tariffs so that they can stave off foreign competition? Which one of those is the better direction?
Well, Chris, I want my cake and eat it too as well. So I want to bring the jobs back to America. End of the day, I do want zero tariffs. You know, growing up in Kansas, since the day I was born, I've heard farmers say, you know, why does Europe have a 50% tariff on American agriculture? India 100, Canada 200, and beyond the tariffs, it's the non-tariff barriers. A lot of those countries simply won't let agriculture products into those countries. So yes, short-term pain, long-term gain, bring the jobs back, and then get to true free reciprocal tariffs.
The intrepid producer, Caleb Parker, did the research on the question of how much Kansas exports. You guys are something else. Here's from the U.S. Office of the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative. You guys export $14.4 billion. That's 66,000 jobs in Kansas. And on agricultural exports, $1.6 billion on beef, 1.4 on wheat, soybeans, corn, feed grains. Last time around, the administration got some free money flowing for farmers to offset the cost of the first round of tariffs. Are you expecting that there will be some money to soften the blow again this time?
Well, look, it was just like a week and a half ago, the president released $10 billion of emergency aid for farmers. But my farmers want trade and not aid.
Yeah.
Go back to Trump 45. He used those tariffs to leverage great trade agreements, USMCA, South Korea, Japan, China phase one, and we're still benefiting. The star back home in agriculture is the beef industry, and largely because of the deal he cut with Japan and South Korea and China to some extent, those beef markets are flowing and keeping our agriculture economy going as well.
Don't tell the Nebraskans, but Kansas beef is very delicious. Okay, I was surprised to see Jerry Moran, your fellow senator, come out and join Chuck Grassley and Maria Cantwell on a Senate bill that would claw back tariff power from the executive branch and say a president can put tariffs in, but then after 60 days, if they're not affirmed by the Congress, then they go away. Tell me what you think about that idea.
Well, I trust the president probably. He proved in Trump 45 that he gave us the greatest economy that I've ever professionally lived in. Low unemployment, low inflation. Jobs are coming. 500,000 manufacturing jobs are added as well. So I believe in President Trump's plan. I support his plan. I want to bring jobs back. I think that this direct investment that we're seeing, there's great opportunities for Kansas. So these higher tariffs are forcing direct investments. The aerospace industry in Wichita, we've talked about agriculture as well. I do think these tariffs are going to bring a lot of those jobs home. Right now in the aerospace industry, a lot of the tailpipe assemblies, the navigation equipment, et cetera, are made in China. I think those are all jobs I'd like to see back in Kansas.
So you're ready to let it ride and
absolutely
leave the power with the executive branch. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.